I am seriously impressed. Hey guys, welcome back to the Bald Shredder channel, and yes, today we are checking out the all-new FTC1000 Tele-style electric guitar from Fesley. Now if you guys remember, just last week I uploaded a review of the all-new Fesley FLP900 LP style guitar. And I was pretty much blown away by the quality and the sound and the playability of that one, and I even said it might be the best Fesley ever. So now I've got this one, and I gotta say guys, I'm pretty much equally blown away. You can see that it is a Tele style guitar with all of your typical Tele features, and it's selling right now on Amazon for $339. As of today, there is a $50 coupon. And if you use this code, you can get even more off that price. And if you think that's not worth it for this guitar, well, just wait until I point out all the features and the stuff that's going on here. So I don't know what's going on over there at Fesley. I don't know if have they changed factories? Have they hired new, more experienced workers? Are they spending more time on the building and the setup of the guitars? All I know is that the last two, wow, they've gone up a notch or a couple of notches, and they're just really kind of hitting it out of the park. I hate to repeat myself, but that's really what's going on. And this one in particular has a lot of upgraded hardware compared to just sort of a normal budget Tele style guitar. First of all, it's got a Wilkinson bridge. You guys know Wilkinson? They make a lot of great parts. I've got Wilkinson parts on a lot of my guitars, and I've never been disappointed with their stuff. So we've got the Wilkinson bridge with the block steel saddles. And both of the single coil pickups, the bridge and the neck, those are both Wilkinson pickups. And you're gonna see here in a minute, they sound great. Another really cool upgrade are the tuners, guys. These are real Grover tuners. These are G2 tuners from Grover. It's even got the tag right here that says, if I can turn it around, these are the G2 tuners from Grover. Now, if you've watched enough of my reviews, you know that one of the most important things to me is the neck profile, and the frets. And this one, yeah, I like it. First of all, it's a roasted maple neck with a real rosewood fretboard. It's got a nice modern C shape, little on the thin side, not big, very comfy. And the frets, even though this is a Tele style guitar, you might think, oh, it's gonna have small frets. Nope. Medium jumbo frets with good fretwork. It's got fairly low action, no buzzing frets. And since we're talking about the neck, I do have to mention that it's got a real bone nut and it's done perfectly. And as far as tuning stability, wow, it's great. I literally took this out of the box today. A lot of times, guys, I won't film the video for like a week or 2 weeks after I take it out of the box because I've got to stretch out those strings and tune it and retune it to get it to stay in tune for when I do the playing sample. Well, this thing was literally out of the box for about 30 minutes, and then I recorded the playing sample that you're gonna hear in just a second. And it stays in tune. And I don't know if that's due to the saddles, the bone nut, the Grover tuners, or just a combination of all those things. So speaking of playing it, why don't we just get to that part right now? You guys are gonna hear me do a variety of different sounds, like a crunchy rhythm, and then more of a light gain sound, and then yeah, we're gonna do some heavy gain, we're gonna do some shredding, of course, and then we're also gonna hear some clean. So you're gonna hear pretty much everything on this guitar. Check it out. Alrighty, so sounds pretty good, right? Now, I wouldn't necessarily classify this as a shredder guitar. I did shred on it. I can shred on it. Luckily, it's got a great neck. It's got the medium jumbo frets. But if you've got this guitar, you're probably gonna wanna do a little more, light rock or things like that. And it's definitely great for that. And while I've got the blue color, guys, it does come in two other colors. There's a sunburst and there's a black color. Now, what else can I tell you about it? Well, it's got a pretty much a standard scale length, 25.5 inches on the scale length, about a 12-inch radius on the fretboard. And the body is mahogany, and the whole thing comes in weighing right about at 7 pounds. Now, I'm not really a telly guy, guys. I'm just not. It's, I like that more 80s shred guitar kind of thing. But there is no denying that this is just a super well-made, fantastic guitar. One of the things that's kind of like one of my pet peeves that I hate to see on guitars, it's when the strings are not centered over the neck. Do you know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about like when the high E string is closer to the edge of the fretboard than the low E string, or on the other side, the low E string is closer to the edge, and then the high E string is like too far this way, rather than being like dead center. But this one is absolutely dead center, so I really appreciate that. And there's just no flaws anywhere. It is perfectly snug in the neck pocket. There's no gap at all. I don't see any flaws in the finish anywhere. I mean, it's great. Even look at the neck plate and the connection that we got going on back here. I'm so glad. Yeah, it's got a plate, it's got the 4 screws, but they took this corner and they rounded it off. Jeez, thank you. There's just no reason not to do that anymore on any bolt-on guitars. And like the LP that I reviewed last week, guys, I'm happy to say that you're only gonna find the Fesley logo in one place, and that's on the headstock. So that's great. We don't need it all over the place. Yeah, it's on the sticker, but the sticker comes off. And on the neck plate, it's just got their F logo, so that's cool. Now, the one thing that I would change on this, if I could make an improvement, and this is just me talking, guys, this is just my preference, I would prefer if it had kind of like the little belly cut right here, rather than just being completely straight, only because, that kind of pokes me in the ribs when I'm playing. If you're standing up, you're not going to really notice it too much, but I can see that they were going for the more traditional telly shape, which is to be completely flat on the front and then completely flat on the back. But yeah, if it had that, that'd be nice. And maybe even a little bit of a rounding off right here for the forearm. But that does not take away the fact that this is an absolutely outstanding guitar. Wow, Fesley really is doing a great job with this new set of guitars that they've got coming out. You've got 3 Fesley guitar picks. You get a strap. You get your Allen wrenches, and it also comes with a really nice quality cable. Plus, don't forget your instruction manual. And then, of course, your Fesley gig bag, which is a decent gig bag. It's got padding, it's got the rubber foot on the bottom, it's got the big pocket, it's got the straps on the back. You're good to go. All right, guys, that about does it for the all-new FTC1000 from Fesley. If you want to check one out, you want more information, of course, I'm going to have that link down in the video description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.